All right. Hello, everybody. It is 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 for probably a lot of y'all. And we're gonna kick off the March Release Over 20 giveaway. We appreciate you all being here with us tonight. Um, I'm helping fill in for Dave tonight, so should be a pretty similar show. The boxes may show up in a different section than we're used to. And I'm open to all the feedback y'all want to give, but hope to see some participation and glad to have you all here. Adam, Carrie, how are y'all doing today?
Good. Thanks for picking up the slack with our fearless leader on the DL
For sure.
for the night.
Where is David? Sure. Where is David?
He said he had to go to Charlotte for business.
Gotcha.
Last minute.
I know he just got over, had the flu or something. So,
yeah, I think he's better. I think they fished some redfish spot tournament on Sunday, and I think he won, or he and his neighbor, or maybe his neighbor won, and he came in second or third. I thought I saw on Instagram.
Cool, great,
nice.
But yeah, otherwise, I don't think the fishing's been too good, at least here in the Charleston area. But
it has not. I've been out the last 2 days in this insufferable wind. It's coming out of the southwest. So right there at Garris Landing, Adam, white caps all the way to Price Inlet. You make that left-hand turn, and then you can get up against, at least it was low tide. So you have a little bit of cover, but yeah, it's brutal, just brutal. And the camera hatch too didn't help. So everybody's tight-mouthed and shut down, and nothing's biting.
You're motivating me to sneak out for a few hours tomorrow, Carrie. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm going to save you the trouble right now, Michael.
Yeah. Hey, Scotty. Good to see you on here.
And it's soft shell season too, so that's just another whammy.
Yeah,
bring them all in. Good stuff. Well, yeah. Any things you guys want to chat about real quick? If not, I will go ahead and get us kicked off here.
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right. So again, this is the March giveaway, and we've got a couple things we wanted to chat about here real quick. So we'll throw it over to you real quick, Adam, on the Hopedale tournament.
Yes. So we're happy to say this is the second Hopedale tournament. We had one last year, which unfortunately I was not able to attend. None of us here from Charleston were able to go. However, this year, Dave and I are going out there to fish in Hopedale this Saturday, first light till 2 p.m. I believe. It's a catch and release picture tournament. Should be a good time. Looking forward to it. Good group for sure. And I know that I think they're providing some food, food and little reception afterwards, just for everyone. So if you want to meet more like-minded, passionate anglers, like the rest of us, then please, if you're in the area, make your way down. Let's try and catch some fish.
Awesome. I'm excited to see how it goes.
Hey, Adam, how many boats are in that? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I don't think it's like hundreds. I think I think he was aiming to get like
50 boats or something.
I think so. Yeah. At least 20, 25.
Yeah.
50.
That's
so
great.
It looked like, based on everyone we spoke to last year, it looked like it was a good time. There'll be a bunch of, I think, some raffles, some giveaways, and obviously prizes for the winners. And the proceeds benefit us here at Release Over 20. So,
yeah. Great.
Should be fun.
All right. Good stuff. And then, Carrie, real quick, you want to give a quick announcement here?
This is a pretty interesting. Captain Bryant Wilson reached out to me. And I've talked to a couple of the other guys on the board. Dave and I have been working with the South Carolina Coastal Guide Association, and they put together a press release where they are going to do a joint venture with us, or they're going to collaborate with us. And I think 25% of what they raised in the future is going to go directly to Release Over 20. And I think they're going to do, we're talking now about maybe doing some sort of a pig roast or something coming up. So I'll have details as that gets closer. But some press releases have just dropped in the last day or two. and pretty good stuff. Captain Bryant is a friend of what's the soap, Adam, that you and I use, the Carolina Boat Wash.
Oh yeah.
Reagan Norris. He and Reagan are good buddies, and that's how I kind of got to know Captain Bryant a little bit. And he's on the board with SCCGA, SCCFGA, and anyway, good. It's good stuff. So, looking forward to seeing where that goes.
Very cool.
Yeah, great stuff.
I apologize. It is toddler hour over here.
Speaking of toddlers, let's bring this toddler on.
So we have a very special guest.
Well, he's a toddler. His last name's Little. So,
all right, let's bring him on.
Bring on
Chris. Thanks for joining us.
Bring on Chris Little with Dead Calm Outdoors. Hi, Chris. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, and yeah, I've got that my whole life, Carrie. My whole life.
Yeah, but the thing is, Chris, you're not Little. I'm Little, so I got it without having the last name Little.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
how's everybody doing? You guys doing all right?
Doing great. Good to see you. How's the fishing been?
You know what? When I can get out, it hasn't been too bad the last few weeks. Actually, the flounder have been hitting. I was actually a little bit surprised. A couple of weeks ago, I picked up a 21.5-inch flounder, and you know, when I first hooked into him, I thought I had a ray because it was so early in the year. You can hear it on the video. I'm like, oh man, I've got a ray. You know, I got to try to drag him up, and ended up being a big flounder. So nice surprise to see the flounder in so early. Have you guys been seeing them down your way?
Chris, I fished today in that brutal wind. Had a couple. I'm building a house, and my window guy has a son who's in college, and his son is on spring break, and so he asked me to take him fishing. We've gone out before and had a good time, and so I took him out. Have no business doing it because I'm getting ready to go on my annual smallmouth bass fishing first thing in the morning in Bull Shoals, Arkansas. So I really shouldn't have been out there. But to answer your question, the only fish we caught on an artificial today was a flounder. The only fish was a flounder, and it was a small one. But I mean, like Adam said, the clamworms just hatched last week. The softshell crabs are, molting, or the blue crabs are molting, and now we got softshell crabs. So I think the fish are just gorged and really not hungry, at least not down on our end. Sounds like fishing's a little better up at Murrells Inlet.
Yeah, I think the last couple of weeks I've been out, I think I've caught 5 or 6 flounder, and I think they've all been keepers, really, except for maybe 1 or 2. 16, 17. A couple of 17s and that 20 or 21. Yeah. I mean, it's been really good.
That's kind of a neat little estuary right there too, because you don't have, really the only inlet going north isn't the next inlet going to be like way up north of Myrtle Beach. Like,
yeah. The next inlet going north, I believe, is Cherry Grove.
That's what I was going to say. Cherry
right
Grove.
Up there in Little River. I can't think of another. Yeah, I can't think of another inlet. So yeah,
and then south would be Georgetown when you get down around those rivers and intercoastal and all that stuff. But yeah, that's a really good. They really congregate, and I used to fish that area quite a bit. But anyway, it's good to know you guys are catching some fish.
Yeah, it's really been good. I've heard nothing but good things. I had Captain Jason Burton on 2 weeks ago on my show, and we were talking, and he said, between the flounder, trout, and the redfish right now, Murrells Inlet is just on fire. The fish are just chewing right now. So yeah, Murrells Inlet, like you said, is very unique. There's no freshwater inclusion into Murrells Inlet. There's only one way in, one way out. So there's no streams, rivers, or anything to change the salinity of Murrells Inlet. So I don't know if that's why we've always had such a good fishery down there, But yeah, it's a little bit unique to not have any type of freshwater inclusion into that
Yeah,
area.
interesting. Well, listen, Chris, since you brought it up, and I wanted to let our listeners know. First of all, I want to, on behalf of Release Over 20, thank you for your donations. This is the second time you donated a nice amount of money, and it's people like you that allow us to do what we do, because we operate truthfully on a shoestring. Adam's our treasurer; he can tell you that we don't have any paid. We have 2 paid employees. They're both women. One of them does our mailing for our giveaways and some other office type stuff, and then the other one handles our social media for Instagram and Facebook. And pay them just a pittance really for what they do, and super appreciate them. But there's nobody else that gets paid. Everybody else's time is just so when we get a donation, it really helps us. And on behalf of Release Over 20, we want to say thank you. But I want to talk about your channel, Dead Calm Outdoors. I just looked you up. You got a little over 2,100 subscribers. You haven't been doing it very long. I've been doing it for 4 years, and I think I just broke 1,000 last fall.
Hey, congratulations! It's great.
But the interesting thing about your channel is what I really I like to tune in is for your live events. When do you do those? When do you hold them? Who do you try to target to interview, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so every Thursday night at 8 p.m. I hold a live, and really I just try to bring in local charter captains, or really anybody in the fishing industry that really wants to come on and talk fishing. I keep it very low key. I usually don't have any type of canned questions or anything, because I want to keep the conversation very organic, and wherever it goes, it goes. If we want to go down, 3 or 4 rabbit holes and start talking fish and knots, or just line for 30 minutes, that's where it goes. I don't want to try to steer into really any type of topics. When I bring on like a charter captain, of course, I want to pick their brain on what's going on in their area and try to get as many tips and techniques, to help out the guys who are watching and asking questions during the live show, which that's really what I want. I started it to get more engaged with the followers and subscribers that really follow my channel. And this was a great way to do it, to let them come on, ask questions. And really, I created the show for them. It's their show. So, anytime there's questions, I pop them up, and, we've had some really great conversations just with the comments coming through with the guys who jump on. So I've been very happy with it, and I think it's great.
Well, I'm a subscriber. That's how I found your live. I probably wouldn't have stumbled on it had I not been a subscriber. So, Dead Calm Outdoors, if you guys aren't subscribed to him, Don, you would enjoy his channel. Don Valius, who's on here with us right now, he's on a YouTube channel pretty regular. So Don knows all the ins and outs of running GoPros and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I don't have my own channel. I'm on other people's channel though.
Yeah. Well, that's actually a whole lot better.
Yeah, that's how you should do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot easier for sure.
Adam's got all the fame in the world with my 1,000 subscribers, and he just never turned the tap.
That's right. Riding the coattails.
He just turned that fishing handle every once in a while.
Gary, I tried to look up the Charleston inshore worm hatch after the last time I went fishing. And I would look down, and like 5 minutes later, I'm like, this is Gary's channel.
Oh, really? So if you dig far enough down in there, you'll find it.
I'll definitely tune in now that I see it. I'll definitely tune in.
Yeah, dude. Chris stays on the fish. He catches a lot of fish. He works his butt off in the kayak. And I've had Chris on my boat, I think once, but we talked about doing it again. We need to do it again. Definitely. But not in March, Chris, unless I go
No.
Unless I'm coming your direction. Don't come here.
Well, I don't know if y'all been getting all the wind we've been getting, but it's been blowing down here for 8 or 10 days solid, 15 to 25 out the southeast. It's been
That's well, we've been having. I had southwest winds the last two days, but that's what I was just telling these guys. I've been out. I've been out yesterday and this morning both for 4 or 5 hours both days, and it's just been brutal. I mean, it's white caps, and you know how when it's really bad, you've got to cut your boat right just so you can take a hard, almost a U-turn to stay out of the, keeping all your passengers dry.
Yeah, we've been catching some fish, but it's been, they in transition. You don't find them really piled up anywhere. As the bait's moving, so the fish are moving, and we just been having a spot lock and fish downwind. That's the only way we've been able to fish. You just can't fight the wind in the trolling motor with the trolling motor.
That's what we did today. In fact, it was just so bad that it was blowing so hard that there was only a few places you could fish. And if the redfish aren't underneath those docks or whatever, I knew there was sheep's head and the pinfish. Chris, you were talking about how the flounder have moved in early. The pinfish are here already, which surprised me. They were here last week, and they don't usually show up here until seems like more like, Adam, wouldn't you say it's more like May or something?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, but here they are anyway.
Bluefish too.
Yeah.
So
oh no! I haven't seen any bluefish. Oh man, hate to hear that.
We had a ping by Keith. It's been a few minutes, so trying to wait a good break, but up in Virginia, say they're seeing a good turnout on trout so far this year, so that's good to see. And thanks for sharing.
Yeah. All right. Well, Chris, again, we appreciate all you've done for Release 20. And if there's anything you'd like to add, feel free.
I really do appreciate, what you guys are doing over there. When you reached out to me and wanted to know, if I would come on, especially after making that donation. And, I think I put in the text, I'd like to try to keep it anonymous.
Yeah, you did.
Just to try to, it's a way for me to help out. My wife and I were blessed enough to be able to help out, some organizations, and you guys being one of them. And, and I got to thinking about it just in the short time in between the texts. And I'm like, if I can come on and just kind of explain to people that you can make a monetary donation. There is a way to do that on the website. Maybe that'll open up some doors to some other people making a donation. So,
well, when you said you'd like to make an anonymous donation, whenever I actually put together like a little screenshot with "Thank you, Chris," and like our text messages kind of thing, because I wanted people to see that I wanted it to be anonymous. But I really thought that if I could make it a tile or something to where other people could see that even though you wanted it anonymous, you were willing to let me put it out there. I think it's going to be on Facebook. Put it out there so that other people can see that, hey, you don't have to give a lot, but just a little bit helps us tremendously. I mean, it goes a long ways. So
yeah, just all the little expenses that you guys have to deal with, just from the stamps and the envelopes, that, all of that stuff is an expense. And, I used to run a large landscape company. I was a branch manager, so I understand the business side to all of that stuff. And, I'm glad it helps. And, I'll definitely be doing it again. I'm a huge supporter of you guys.
Well, we appreciate it. You're quite true though. But we've got we try to keep all of our sponsors give us product and whatever. We've got climate controlled storage that we keep all that in. Well, that's not cheap to have self storage. So we work really hard just to be able to have self storage, to be able to have send stuff out. And like there's some captain's prizes that are going out in the next month, that some of them are fishing rods. Well, it's going to break us to send fishing rods. So Adam and me and David and Mike, we're all probably going to grab a fishing rod and head 4 different directions and give them to the captains, and that'll be on our own gas money and that kind of a thing. So again, thank you. That helps us like you have no idea. I'm sure you do because you give, but the people listening have, maybe they don't know, but it goes a long ways. So
No, it's
I
great.
appreciate you
And,
guys.
yeah, we appreciate you. And we did do a recent upgrade on our site with a donation platform that will make it a little bit easier. So if you do go to our site, there's a donate menu button at the top, and pretty easy to kind of thumb through, and anything your whatever you like to pay with, we accept now, from Apple Pay to GPay, all the things. And like $5 now and then, people dropping by, like it adds up and makes a huge difference.
sure. Yep.
All right. Can we hit the tab forward here? Do you guys still seeing the infographics?
Yep, looks good.
All right, the leaderboards. So these are top 10 overall for all species. Let's see. We have Ben Willis in first place with 107. Do you guys know where Ben is?
I do not.
I think North Carolina.
Okay. I think I need to get to know Ben better.
Yeah.
Good stuff. You guys have any other comments on the top 10?
No, it looks
No,
good. Looks
it actually looks like some different names up there this month for whatever
It
reason.
does, yeah. Which is cool. Yeah, I saw the.
I think Sandy Stark. I think he's from Florida.
Yeah.
And
I think so.
I think I'm at like 3 or 4. So I see the top 10 at 12. I'm like, maybe there's a maybe. But time on the water definitely helps.
Yeah.
So our top 10 trouts. Also, Ashley just said she'll start including the states. Thanks, Ashley. That would be awesome. Let's see. We've got Mr. Flad here, number 6. I don't know if he's listening while driving, but
If he is, he's in 6th place.
I see my buddy Daryl's on the board again.
Oh
this
yeah,
month.
Daryl. He's a slick one, Daryl.
coming in at 5. Let's see. Top 10 red drum. 102.
That's
Impressive with Ben Willis there.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here thinking about that 107 trout over 20 inches and 102 redfish.
That's pretty amazing, isn't it?
That's some fishing.
Yeah. Makes you wonder if people are turning in as many redfish as they should be, though. I think we need to probably get people to turn more redfish in, just because it's not that uncommon to catch one over 20, but it's pretty rare to catch a trout over 20, at least in South Carolina.
102 in a month. That's like 3 a day.
Yeah.
But
Almost.
this is January through March, right? Or is this just March?
That's just. Is that just?
It says March.
Well, it says March.
Okay. All right, and then we've got the top 5 striper, top 3 flounder, and then our sheep's head boards as well.
I don't see Chris Little's name up there, and we just talked about catching one over 20. Chris, did you not? Did you not put that in there?
Yeah, I submitted.
Well, you should be on the board then.
I should be on the board. My one flounder.
Was it in April?
Was it in April or was it
March?
Oh, that says January.
It does say January. Yeah, I just saw that there.
Okay, well, maybe you are in March then.
All right. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm in March.
Okay.
I'm sure it's in there.
We sometimes we're humans. Sometimes we may have done a little compiling error, but we'll get you the credit.
Adam's not human.
Well, we'll save that for later.
He's super.
And then
I was going to say superhuman.
top releases by state. Obviously, South Carolina coming in at number 1. It's good to see Jersey getting on the map, though. It's pretty cool to see us having some folks joining from up there. So hopefully we continue to see that number climb. I'm originally from Georgia. I know their fishery is smaller, but it's pretty solid. So
yeah, but they
I'd like
got
to see
some
that number
tides.
go up
They
as
got some
well.
like 12-foot tide swings up there, Michael. Those people in Georgia, I don't know how they fish that.
Down like Savannah and around there. Is that bad?
Yeah, they got like some 10 to 12-foot tide swings. That's crazy.
Huh. I thought we had to do a lot of planning.
Not compared to them, no.
That's brutal.
Chris, your flounder submission is on our leaderboard by state, so it's definitely in there. We probably just have a little graphical area here on the chart that we showed, but so sorry about that. But you are
it's all good. But
Is
don't let it happen
he in
again.
from the drawing at him?
yeah, I'm sure he's on the spreadsheet, but it's definitely in here.
It doesn't matter if he wins or not. He just won that whole
That's
bag
right.
of stuff from the.
Yeah, no kidding.
Awesome. And then this is the businesses and organizations leaderboard, which when y'all are submitting fish, if you have an association that you want to add as a group to start kind of collecting submissions, you can do so. Looks like we have a lot of the release over 20 staff. I wonder how many of those are Dave versus the rest of us. I know I entered in at least 3 fish with Salt Strong Charleston because I'm part of that group as well. So that's cool to see some more of those folks hopping on the board. So I think that's awesome. Good stuff. And then the top guys of the month, we got Gunny B, Fontaine Charters, and Unashamed Adventures.
All right, Unashamed Adventures.
Very cool.
He said he's shooting for that top spot. He said that about 3 years ago, and he's making his way up there too.
Nice. All right. These are the top 3 by all the states. Looks like we got Don. Don, you number 1 over there in Mississippi?
I am this month.
Hey,
Yeah.
good one to go, Don.
Nice.
Got Daryl right there.
Daryl's right under you. Yeah.
Yep, and Vince Ray. He's a kayak guy, but he can sure put him in the boat.
Very
nice.
Way to go.
All right. Well, congrats, everyone.
That's what happens when you're retired, Michael. That's what you got to look forward to.
I can tell you this. I bet Ben Willis is retired.
All right, on to the giveaway.
One day.
This is the captain's get on board captain's giveaway. This month we've got Carolina First Mate Incognito mosquito spray. It also works on gnats. And guys, if you've been out there without a wind, you need it. Pure Flats soft plastics, Mirror 84 MR, Slapfish decals, Z-Man Darter Z, Purple Death, Topwater Company small clips, Drum Spots High-Low Tide t-shirt in a small red heather, and Rayo's koozie. Now, all of these giveaways, because Hook was so generous to donate 100 shirts, some sleeveless, they're solo shirts, some are sleeve, short sleeve, and some are long sleeve. But David got them, went up and had Grizzly who does a lot of our graphics, did the screen printing on them. So we're going to give a shirt away, I guess, to every giveaway. Yep. So what we're going to do is we want to make sure it fits you. So we're going to give it away, but it's not going to come in the package until we find out what size you are so that it fits you when you get it. So again, we partnered with Hook. Hook gave us the shirts, and we did the screen printing and get a shirt with every one of these giveaways. So that's the captains.
It's pretty awesome. All right. Give me one quick second. I'm going to flip us over to the generator. One quick second.
Oh, and Carolina First Mate, that was the company, the boat wash that you were talking.
Yeah, with with Reagan Norris. He and Bryant Wilson, Captain Bryant Wilson, are buddies.
All right, you still hear me? Okay.
Yep, we hear.
So I did already pre-plug in the number of entries. Actually, the CD, I actually wrote it down on the bottom so I could just pop it over. So we've got the men at 1, the max at 379. We're going to roll 3 times for this first one.
So this is just the guides. We had 379 guide entries.
Correct.
Yeah, nice.
And so we got 1, 2, and 3. 172. And so row B at 172 is Captain Jimmy Skinner.
Oh, good.
All right. Congrats, Jimmy.
All right.
Let's see. We'll flip back over here. And let's head on
All
over
right.
to.
All right. This is the giveaway A. Now, I think I originally set a large green ice pack, but David told me we didn't have a green, but he's substituted for this purple. I use these. I don't know if you guys use them, but I have 2 of the large that fit my cooler perfectly in my bay boat. But they're great. They'll stay frozen keep your stuff cold for 3 days if you have a decent cooler. Anyway, we've got this purple Tundra Series ice pack. Got pure flats, soft plastics, coastal swim baits, drum spots, green T-shirt, and it's the it looks like it's the catch and release. Epoch batteries, hand towel, eye strike, release over 23/16 3-pack, and again the hook release over / 20 shirt, solar shirt.
Cool. Real quick too, the client with on Jimmy's submission was Paige Crooks. So
Okay.
thanks for pinging, Jimmy. Sorry about that rookie mistake. All right. So we have for let's see, giveaway A. So angler entries, we had 663. It's a lot. So March, I feel like, but I'm just jealous of all the fish being caught there. All right, so 1 to 663, 1, 2, 3, 547. 547. And Brian Ford, South Carolina, with the 22-inch red drum.
Okay.
Right. We'll get a hold of Brian there. All right, and we've got giveaway B.
Giveaway B is a hook cap, hydro scalar koozie. I met the guy that makes these hydro scalars at doesn't matter. I met him. He's a really cool older guy. Mercer Sport. It's a glove. I think they call it the Millennia. It's a cut resistant glove. Drum spots, playing cards, Epoch battery drawstring bag, and again the hook release over 20 shirt.
Nice, very cool. I want to try one of those gloves out sometime. Just see. I'm the kid that was little and I wanted to like feel how hot the iron was, right? Like things you just shouldn't do.
Call me one day when you catch a fish and I'll bring my glove over.
I'm gonna call you tomorrow then. All right. All right. So we'll do another 3 spins here. We've already got it set up. So 1 and 2, 3 to 600. And we have Andrew Alvarez, Virginia, the 22-inch red drum. Congrats, Andrew.
All right.
And back over here.
All right. And then our last giveaway is giveaway C. And it consists of a Prime Gone Show. Oh, nope. That got replaced. David told me. So drum spots cap. Q8 artificial bait, pure flat soft plastics, Mirror 36 MR, drum spots green t-shirt, and a medium and a marsh wear koozie. And again, the hook / release over 20 solar shirt, which we haven't seen a picture of those solar shirts. So next giveaway, we'll make sure that they're on there. You can look at the Instagram too. Go back and look where we have partnered with Hook, and you'll see the shirts too. They're pretty cool looking.
Pretty cool. Very nice shirts. And they're only with the giveaways too. So I think it's pretty cool.
That's right. That's the
you gotta enter to get one of them. So I think that's
Yep.
pretty cool. I like it. All right. So let's go ahead and do the spin here again. 1, 2, 3, 435. Just really liking these high numbers tonight. 435. Ben Willis. Awesome. Congrats, Ben, with a 22-inch red drum. My 22 seemed to be the theme.
Yeah, that's 3 of those.
Yeah.
For today. So pretty cool. All right. Let's get back over here. I think that was the last
That's the last
giveaway package.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any other ones teed up for tonight.
Nope. That should do it.
Cool.
Chris, thank you again for being on. We appreciate you.
No, thank you, gentlemen.
Sure.
Really appreciate you guys having me on.
You bet.
And
This
yeah,
is great.
Dead Calm Outdoors, Instagram, YouTube.
All the same. Yes,
Check
sir.
them out.
Hey, Chris, you doing any shorts?
You know what? I don't.
I didn't think you did.
Yeah, no, I don't do any shorts. No, just the live and the, what do they call it? Long videos. Yeah.
So before we wrap up, Chris, so what, because I've watched your videos, how do you decide between whether you come down to the Charleston area or you go up to the Murals Inlet area? Like, what is there any pattern to your decision? Is it just based on the day or
Weather.
Depending
on which way the wind's blowing. So I'm like, yeah, it's blowing out of the north. I think I'm going to go to the Wando River because that whole side is protected. So
Sure.
yeah. No, usually it's just wind or weather. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, Chris, whenever you do come down here, do you ever stop at Seaweed and get a biscuit?
All the time.
Aren't they the best?
Yeah.
No, okay,
I usually get something in the morning, then in the afternoon, I'll go get like their chicken salad or their shrimp salad sandwich or something like that for the ride back. Yeah.
Here comes the most important question of the whole evening. Sausage biscuit or country ham?
Sausage.
Country ham all day. I'm a saltaholic though.
No, the correct answer is sausage, and you always get a chocolate chip cookie.
That's great.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite stops in the whole area.
Yeah,
is the Seaweed Outpost. It's a good one.
Yeah. Love it.
All right, guys.
All right, everyone. Again, if you're in the Hopedale area this Saturday, come down and fish with us. The Pure Flats release over 20 Hopedale tournament Saturday.
Michael, thank you. You did a great job. Appreciate you taking
Appreciate
up for David.
Maybe I'll get invited back.
All right.
All right. Thanks, y'all. Have a good night. And thanks,
All right,
everybody,
everyone.
for the participation in chats on the site, too. We'll see y'all later.
All right. Bye-bye.